What up, everybody? I'm Dave Miranda, and this is episode 79 of Just Give Me 5. I hope you guys are doing great, continue to be amazing. We got a really awesome show lined up for you today. But if you guys caught episode 78, you saw we had none other than my man TJ Super Duper. And let me tell you, man, that guy's got some stories. You know, and I've known TJ for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? We go way back, always been a solid dude. The Jodeci story was crazy, you know what I mean? Him working at the Hit Factory. You know, Jive Records back in the day was huge, you know what I'm saying? Too Short was on Jive back in the day. You had Tribe Called Quest on Jive. I mean, just so many. And for him to be an intern there, working there for that time frame that he was there, awesome, man. And then to go to the Hit Factory. I mean, you know, you're around Biggie, you're around Mariah, Puff, you know, like just so many A-list celebrities, like he was saying, you know, and just to have that encounter, that's amazing, man, you know. And then he's really doing great with the Radio Super Show and Rock the Mic. Been going strong with that, you know, and he's really, you know, giving a nice platform for local artists in the scene, get their videos out. I love it. So, man, nothing but love and respect to you, my brother. And make sure you guys watch episode 78. All right? But today's guest is an absolute legend in the hip-hop industry. We're going to talk about his early days and how he got started, as well as his basketball history. We're going to talk about how he discovered Joe Budden, working at Desert Storm along DJ Clue. We're going to talk about his management company and so much more. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Bryce Breezee.
Yo, this is Bryce Breezee, Breezeway Management, Plug City Records. Man, all I'm saying is just give me 5. Wow. Well, I really got into the music industry by accident.
Okay.
I started off, I'm from New York City and I played basketball.
Right.
So where I'm from, the basketball players and the music people kind of like hand in hand because they like at, you know, sort of like the top of the food chain in the hood. Them and the hustlers. Right. So you got these three factions and they all look out for each other and all know each other and, you know, they like those guys in the hood.
Right.
So I played ball and one of the guys I played ball with, shout out to Union, his name is Mark, his real name. He played ball with me and he also made beats.
Okay.
So he came to me one day and said, yo, I know you know all these DJs, DJ Clue, and some other ones. He said, yo, can you take my beats and play them for them, see if they'll buy them, and if they do, he'll give me a percentage. So I never really thought about music before that, but you know, I did know the people and I knew him, so I said, let me try that. Okay. So, you know, I did that, and then he bought me a CD, and it was like one of those Memorex discs, you know, with, you know, they're written on disc, and I was like, I can't hand nobody this. Right. So we had to work on the presentation. So I knew a graphics guy. I made him make a cover for him, and we had to remember the stick-on labels you could stick on. Oh yeah. So we stuck, you know, we were sticking the labels on them and made them look good. And then we printed up 100. When one of them ended up making its way to an A&R. Okay. And it was an A&R at Sony Epic. And they had an artist there named Steady Rock. He ain't never come out, but he was there. He was signed at the time. And there was some other dudes that never came out. This dude named NASCAR. It was a few artists that was. It was a few artists over there that was like they had deals. Yeah. And he liked the sound to match up with Steady Rock. So he said, you know what? I want to put you guys together and see what y'all do. Okay. So I ended up having Union and Steady Rock meet. We went to Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'll never forget this. Wow. We went to Elizabeth to Steady Rock's crib. He had like a little home studio there. Okay. All parts of it. So Union brought his MP. He went there. He made the beat on the spot right there. He rapped to it. Yeah. Recorded it. It was like a little pre-recorded and this is the first time I've been behind the curtain seeing music process. I never saw it before. So it was like, it kind of like sparked a little bit of, oh, it's kind of cool.
That's what it is, yeah.
Right, it's kind of cool. Right. In hindsight, the song wasn't that great, but it was like, when it excited me, it was exciting. Yeah. So we are leaving Jersey. And if you heading towards Jersey City, you got to go past Jersey City to go to New York.
Right.
So you can make the left and you're in Jersey City, right, or you go straight and then you hit the tunnel to go to New York. And we was getting to that point, and I said, yo, Union, make the left. He said, why? I said, yo, my god brother raps. He's been saying he rapped for years, and you know, I want to see what he got. We out here, we got these beats, so let's go see what he's doing. Right. And it was like not too far from there, probably like another 7-8 minutes away. Okay. So we went over to his crib. I told him I was pulling up to hear him rap. He was excited. He was like, oh, finally, okay. Yeah. So, you know, because I'm just his big god brother, and, you know, he don't know I'm trying to do no music stuff at this point. I didn't know I was. So I said, so I went over to see him. And, you know, I'll never forget, we walk in the living room, it's like nothing in the living room. It's like some folding chairs, no furniture, a little computer desk with a computer, and really nothing else. And just people sitting, you know, his boys sitting in folding chairs, and he's like, and he had a little boombox radio. So I took the CD, put it in. It was 10 beats. Okay. Press play, and he starts rapping. Yeah. And it's incredible raps. Oh, just he's going crazy, and he never stopped. He rapped out every beat up to like halfway through the 7th beat. Damn. So I hit pause. I was like, whoa. What is going on here, right? Yeah. He said, man, I told you I'm out here trying to get this rap stuff going. And I was like, yo, these is like some of the best raps, best bars I ever heard in my life. Right. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, he sound like he's better than like some of the top guys that's out. Yeah. So I was like, at that moment, I was in the music business. I said, oh yeah, I gotta help you. There's no way. And just to take the suspense away, my god brother is Joe Budden. Wow. Yeah, so, and that's how I figured out that he could rap the way he was saying he could rap for years. Yeah. And he was in Jersey City, and you know, he don't have the outlets. So in order for him to really pop, we had to get his music played in New York. And I had, you know, some DJ friends. Yeah. Like, shout out to Cutmaster C, shout out to DJ Clue, shout out to DJ Envy. Yeah. K-Slay, Green Lantern, who's out here. Like, all these is my friends. Yeah. So, you know, I use those relationships to, you know, get him some plays, and eventually, you know, he met his production company, which is On Top. Then from On Top is affiliated with Desert Storm. Yep. And Skane Dollar, which was one of the CEOs of Desert Storm, was also one of the A&Rs at Def Jam at the time. So everything just tied together. And he ended up getting his deal through Def Jam. Yeah, and the rest is history with that, yeah. So that's how I got in. Okay, so you bring somebody to the table like Joe. Yeah. They're like, okay, well, find us another one. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah. So it was like that. So it was a lot of listening to people, and you know, just like A&R, and like trying to find talent for them, but still working Joe at the same time. Okay. So it was really a lot of that, and we ended up finding Stack Bundles, rest in peace. Oh wow. And he was on that caliber of Joe. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, you know, I knew about Stack. Yeah. It was buzzing in the hood. Right. You know, he had like little light beefs with little local rappers, and he was like killing people. He was killing rappers, and then off. Gangster. Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, you know, we ended up finding him, signing him. Okay. And it was just, it was a lot going on with, it was a lot of transition with Fab. Fab was on Epic, then he ended up going, then that deal went away, and then he ended up going to Def Jam. A lot of things was going on. So, and they were like kind of splitting up. Like, Desert Storm's always been together, but like Duro was doing more mixing and doing stuff for like R&B artists, and Skane was moving more into the label side of things, doing the A&R thing. And Clue was you know, the mixtape was kind of slowing down.
Okay. Yeah.
Mixtapes. So he was, you know, moving into doing radio and a lot more clubs and a lot more stuff like that. So like, just the running of Desert Storm changed, and then I moved here.
Okay.
In 04.
Okay. Yeah.
And I moved here, and they started a Def Jam South.
Right.
They signed one artist out of Houston, Magnificent. You remember him?
Yeah.
Magnificent about his cash.
Right.
Him.
Yeah.
So they signed him.
Okay.
And I was supposed to find someone here.
I remember that because I met you in like 05.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah.
I was looking for someone here, but by the time we were really gonna actually do it, they stopped looking. Yeah. They stopped. It was it was like a quick wave because it was around that same wave when everybody else signed somebody from out here. Right. Luda signed somebody, The Game signed somebody, 50 signed somebody. Right. So it was like around that same time, maybe a little bit before. I think we were ahead of it. You were ahead of it. And they just trusted my ear. Yeah. You know, rightfully so, I would say. Right. Yeah, but you know, but yeah, that's how that went.
Okay. And then were you responsible for finding the A team too? You know, like Ransom.
No, the A team is from Rand and Hitch. Yeah. They're from Jersey City. Right. Well, so they were so hot there, and they used to record at the same studio, Presidential Studios. Shout out to Orlando. He's running things at Atlantic now. Okay. But it was Orlando and my man Mayor. One was the idea guy, and one was the beat maker. Gotcha. Mayor was. And then they had Presidential Studios where that was like the place where Joe recorded, and so did the A-Team. Gotcha. And then it just was a natural forming of that. Gotcha. Just from being around each other, being in the same studio. Mayor did some stuff. Mayor did records that big records that Joe ended up using. Yeah. And yeah, he did a lot. And shout out to Dub B. Okay. Shout out to Dub B. That was Joe's producer when I met him. Yeah. Or when I found out he could rap, rather. Right. But he was around like for the whole time, and nice. He produced Focus for Joe. Okay. And a bunch of other stuff. Nice, man. Yeah, that's my guy. There we go. Well, I started off working with Cutmaster C. Just he was a high school friend of mine. Okay. And so we went to high school together. Like he did my birthday party in high school. Like I've been knowing him since we was kids. And then we had lost contact for many years. He was doing mixtape stuff, and I wasn't involved in music. I was playing ball and doing other stuff. And I got back around him because of Joe. Okay. Joe was rapping, so I needed him to play him. Right. And we found ourselves needing each other. He needed to be more organized. I needed him to play Joe. So I started helping him just organize things so he could see more of his money, like his out-of-town stores, and making sure if he had consignment out there, he got his money and different things like that, as far as with mixtapes. Okay. So I started doing that, and then I developed relationships with all the stores, like every store in the city. Yeah. So now I'm going to the stores, I'm dropping his tape, and it was like people that did that for every DJ. Okay. Like shout out to Splash, he did it for Envy. Shout out to Animal Steel, Scott the Animal, he did it for Clue, and I did it for Cutmaster C. K Slay didn't go out to do that. He had people come pick up tapes from his crib. Right. Okay. So he had the crib on 116th and 1st. We used to throw the key out the window. You gotta go upstairs and all of that. Right. Now, him and C and K Slay were close. Okay. And then they had problems, and then they was close again. You know, nobody ever stays real. Rest in peace. Nobody ever stays cool with K Slay the whole time. Right. You know, because he was a different kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but I even had a little thing with him for a second. Okay. But we fixed it fast. Oh, that's good. But anyway, he knew that I knew the stores. He didn't like going to Queens at all. He never went to Queens for any reason. For any reason. Because Casey didn't drive.
Oh.
A lot of New Yorkers don't drive.
Right.
Like Cardi B doesn't drive.
Yeah,
Biggie
didn't drive.
Big didn't drive.
Yeah.
Like, so Casey didn't drive.
Right.
So it's a hassle to get to Queens if you don't drive.
Yeah.
Because it's parts of Queens where you gotta be able to drive to go to Queens.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to bother with it.
Okay.
But he knew that I knew all the stores in Queens. So he had called me to come to his crib one day, and I went to see him. He said, yo, I hated that it's just bootlegs in Queens. So I want, if you don't mind, I'll give you 100 pieces of every CD I drop, just to put them in Queens for me, so that they have some official CDs out there.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I'll do that for you.
Right.
You know, I understand, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then he said, and I don't want no money back, just keep the money.
Oh wow. He said that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He said, I don't want the money back.
Right.
I just want real CDs out there. So really, like, every time he did that, his CDs was like wholesale at $4.
Okay.
So every time he gave me 100 CDs, I was $400 every time. And he was doing it like sometimes twice a week.
Wow.
Once, he dropped 2 tapes,
Yeah,
at least once a week,
Okay.
sometimes twice.
Okay.
So like, it was like a free $400, $800 a week just to drop his tape for him.
Yeah.
Like for nothing. And you know, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was like, you know, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to pick me to do it.
Right.
But you know, trust me, it helped me out a lot.
I'm sure.
I could count on it. I could count on the extra whatever, $1,600 to $2,000 a month.
A month, man.
Like every month.
Every month.
And we did it for like 2 years.
Oh wow.
So yeah, man. So shout out to K-Slay, rest in peace, man. Yeah, he's a real one for that. Wow, Breezeway Management. Breezeway Management, man, that's my management company. I got quite a few artists there.
Okay.
We got Burkham's, Charles Hyder,
Okay.
J.A.Y., that's my son,
Oh, okay.
Zach the Mac, H.B. Youngin, Tariq, Glory Muchacho.
Okay.
That's the rappers.
Okay.
Then I also manage G Money from G Money's Deli.
Yeah, man. He's
Like,
doing his thing right now. Too,
Yeah,
man.
he
Like the best sandwiches in town, man.
and he's a personality, and you'll see that come out more. He's gonna be doing a pod.
Oh,
And he's
good,
gonna be
good.
doing some hosting. He's gonna be doing some
There you
like
go. There you
he's
go.
gonna be doing that.
Okay.
Also manage a videographer. His name is Snappin'.
Snap.
He does a lot of Merc stuff.
Okay.
So I also manage him. Also manage DJ Pest as a DJ,
Okay.
but really more on the personality side.
Okay. Got you.
Yep. So he's growing in a personality space.
Nice.
So I manage him doing that as well.
When did you start Breezeway Management?
Breezeway Management probably started 2001 going into 2002. So 20 years now.
Nice. Nice.
Breezeway Management, yeah.
Who was your first artist when you started it?
It would have been unofficially Cutmaster C.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Right.
I was representing him.
Got you. Got you.
Not on paper, but I was doing everything for him, and
Yeah.
so
It's pretty much.
yeah. So unofficially, Cutmaster C would have been my first.
Nice, man. What's the goal? What's the mission right now?
Well, I'm trying to make some millionaires.
Amen on that.
A lot of people want to make millions. I want to make millionaires
There you go.
without the BS.
Yeah. Exactly.
Word. I guess it feels good, but it's not about that for me. I mean, it's just not, man. I'm a selfless person, so I put everybody else first. You know, like I just said, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get people rich, man. I'm trying to help people fulfill their dreams, and people can't do nothing but respect that. You know, if you're really trying to do something, and someone's behind you and helping you, and you know, putting themselves out there in different ways, you know, People love you and respect you for that, I guess. Yeah. But I guess it feels good. It feels good to be, you know, sometimes recognized in this way. Shout out to you for doing this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people you've had on here before. I watch this every time you drop it.
Word.
So yeah,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a big supporter. So
right then.
man, I'm a big supporter. And shout out to you, man. And I've seen you come up, and I've seen all the things you've done in the game, and respect to you as well. Man, shout out to Team Breezeway Management. Shout out my Plug City Records team. It's a whole nother team, but everything comes together. Shout out Plug City Clothing, my team over there. It's a whole nother team right there. Right. So, but you know, everything is all together. We form like Voltron. So nah, for real, man. Shout out, you know, shout out my mom, my dad, you know, shout out, you know, the family, and man, shout out to y'all.
And there you have it. Man, nothing but love and respect to my man Bryce. You know, I've known Bryce since like 2005, and like he said, man, he's literally seen me, you know, elevate throughout my journey as well. So it was really an honor to have him on the show, man. You know, I mean, I figure like, almost felt like we could just continue going so like another hour or so with him. You know, he's got so many stories. But man, shout out to you, my brother, and you know, I wish you the best and everything that you got coming up, you know, and shout out to Merkums. You know, Merkums is definitely doing his thing right now. So, you know, that kid is on the rise, man, and you know, that's your protege right now. So that's awesome. Make sure you guys are following him on social media. And shout out to my brother Jimmy Nelson on the camera. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. Well, this was definitely one for the books. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And until next time, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay healthy, and just give me 5, y'all.
Everything you get, you got to work hard. I had to hustle hard.